Hi, what's up everyone? Owen here. Welcome to the channel. So you all know that I a few weeks ago I just bought the brand new SN Nitro 5, which is paired with the AMD Ryzen 7 4800H along with the GeForce GTX 1650 GPU. So today I am going to play GTA 5 on this laptop to show you the benchmark of GTA 5 on this laptop. So this video is going to be very interesting. Stick to the video so you can know that how well the GTX 1650 can run GTA 5 in 2020, how much FPS can you get, how much average FPS can you get, and what is the average temperature of this laptop while playing GTA 5. So stick to the video and let's get started. So guys, you can see I have started GTA 5. First of all, we will run a benchmark test. Then we will play the game so that we can see the FPS and other things practically in our game. So let's start the benchmark test. So for running the benchmark test, we have to move to settings option, then we have to move to graphics option. Now in the lower front you can see that run benchmark tests, so let's click on it. So you can see in this benchmark we can get a average of 50 to 55 fps, which is quite good for GTX 1650 GPU. Still it can give us 50 to 55 fps. And when we'll test it practically, we can see that it can give up to 60 fps. Now let's skip the benchmark and move to the practical gameplay test. You can see now we are running GTA 5 and we are going to test it practically. First of all, I have set all the graphics settings to normal. That means I am testing the game in low settings to show you that in low settings how much FPS can you get and what will be the temperature of CPU and GPU in low settings. So let's test the game in low settings. So you can see in low settings we can get average of 90 to 100 fps in GTA 5, and you can see it is not utilizing the total of GTX 1650. It is only using the 60% of GTX 1650 and also giving FPS boost of 90 to 100 FPS. So now we are playing the game at medium settings, or you can see it is just high settings, because after normal there is high settings in GTA 5. So we are playing in high settings. So you can see texture quality, shader quality, all are in high settings. So you can see in high settings the GTX 1650 is giving an average of again 80 to 90 FPS. This is quite amazing, and it is utilizing 90% of the GPU. In the total of 4 GB of video RAM, it is costing only 3.4 GB of video RAM, and the RAM usage is quite high now. And the CPU temperature and GPU temperature, you can see the cooling system of Acer is very good. So only GPU is touching just 61 degree and CPU is at 71 to 72 degrees centigrade. We can see an increase in FPS. It is going to 110 FPS. In high settings, it is very good. Now we are going to test the game on the highest possible settings, which is the very high settings in this game. So you can see that all the other changes are on now, and it is also at the highest possible point of the game. The texture quality, shader quality, all are very high. So it is the highest possible settings in this game. So let's see how much FPS can we get in these settings. So you can see in this highest graphics, that means very high settings, GTX 1650 is giving us 45 to 50 or 50 to 55 FPS, which is just the same amount of FPS which we got while running the benchmark tests. So the benchmark test was just showing us the result while we are playing the game at very high settings. So now you can see the GPU is used 99%, which is the highest GPU usage, and the video memory is using around 3.5 GB, which is quite a bit good because we have 0.5 GB of extra memory here, so there will be no problem. And the RAM usage is now 7 to 7.1 GB, which is now very high because we are playing the game at very high settings now. GPU temperature is still 61 degrees centigrade. That means the cooling system of Acer Nitro 5 is very good actually, because it has restricted the GPU temperature to 61 degree in this very high settings. And CPU temperature is also great now. It is again 70 degrees centigrade now. One thing I am going to tell you, that the Ryzen 7 4800H can boost up to 4.2 GHz, but I can see that it is boosting up to 4.3 GHz, so I don't know how it can be done. I think the MSI Afterburner is not designed for the newest AMD Ryzen 7 4000 series, so I think it is showing wrong results. If you know the answer, please let me know in the comments below. So here is our benchmark results, that in this laptop we can get an average of 90 to 100 fps on low settings, an average of 80 to 90 fps on high settings, and on very high settings we can get up to 60 fps. So this was the benchmark of GTA 5 in this particular laptop. So after watching this, I hope you all know that after watching the temperature of this laptop, how well it manages to control the CPU and GPU temperature in a good range, you all can have a very good idea that this laptop's cooling system is just awesome, and without undervolting, this laptop is able to control the CPU temperature in a good limit. So this really amazing. So I think this laptop is very great choice for gamers, and you all know that it is providing a GTX 1650 GPU that's very old in this 2020 market. So but it's not that type. If you update your NVIDIA drivers to the latest version, I think it will help you. As you can see that this laptop is able to manage average of 60 fps at very high settings in this GTA 5, which is a very good game for testing GPUs nowadays also. So I think this is also a good choice for gamers. You can buy it if you are a casual gamer, uh, but hardcore gamers should not go for it. It is not for hardcore gamers, but if you are a casual gamers, it is good for you. And if you are a professional, it is also good for you, because it have a very powerful CPU, and the cooling system is also awesome. So that's all for the video. I hope this video helped you a lot. If you have learned something from this video, give it a like and share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more updates. So till then, bye bye.